Good evening. Tonight, I thought maybe we would do some more exploration in Morrowind, but today we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're not going to explore land. We're going to go under the sea and explore the sea and ocean around. Well, it's not really an ocean because I have Tamriel Rebuilt installed, but we're going to explore the seas around Morrowind. So when we get to Sayanine, we'll grab my cheat utilities as always. There's an invisibility robe that will help me dodge slaughterfish attacks, because it's not going to be fun if all I'm doing is fighting slaughterfish all night. So I'll let them swarm me once or twice, but for the most part, slaughterfish aren't going to be an issue because of my invisibility robe. And then we're just going to walk around under the sea and see what there is down there. Shipwreck. I know there's shipwrecks and pearls, maybe a hidden cave or two. Let's see what we can find under the sea. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So yeah, I'm actually going to make an Argonian today because the Argonians have the racial ability water walking. Or I should say, not water walking, water breathing, which means there isn't a, they don't drown if you go underwater. There is no air meter. It doesn't really matter if we do an Argonian tonight or not, though, because my utility ring has water breathing on it. So either way, we'll have unlimited water breathing, and we won't have to worry about coming up for air every 20 seconds, because that makes exploration difficult. Okay, game is lagging a bit coming up, but I am in the original engine tonight because OpenMW is not agreeing with my new video card, and and I've tried all the fixes, and I'm still not sure where the break is. So it'll be some time before we're back in OpenMW. But that shouldn't stop us from doing Morrowind streams. The trade-off is that because of the mod loadout, using the original Bethesda engine, because of all the extensions in place, takes a long time to load initially. Hopefully it'll be up soon, and we can get... Here we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to do the quick start tonight. And we're not going to worry about picking up any of those armors because, one, we're Argonian, so we can't wear the helmet or boots anyway, and two, we won't be able to see it because we'll have the invisibility robe. It looks like the teens have some actual beautiful heads. The Argonians are generally ugly in the game. But let's... Interesting assortment here. I like that. Face. He looks cool. Let me see anything go. That's a cool look. Yeah, there's our guy. So we're going to be a teenage Argonian as we explore the seas. Actually, are there pretty faces for the adults? Just checking. They don't have that nice red one we were sporting, but they do have most of the others. The purple one's not bad. Yeah. Let's go with that red Argonian that we liked. Alright, yeah, there he is. Alright. We're an undersea explorer. What would that go with? Scout, maybe? Agent? It doesn't really matter. We won't be using any of those skills. Rogue, even? Or Scout? I think Agent is what we want. I think Agent. It just has a cool sound to it. But he's a teenage character, so he's an agent in training. None of these give underwater vibes. We're just gonna do the lover, because nothing here really. Although, yeah, let's do ritual. None of these really go with the sea, though. Invisibility, we already have an invisibility robe. Now, if you touch anything while wearing any of the invisibility enchanted clothes, then the effect stops. Everyone sees you because they see you. They see the interaction with the world, so they see you. But the fix for that is to just go into inventory, take it off, and put it back on, and then the invisibility starts again, and they turn away from you. So, all right. So let's. You know what? We can engage the captain today. He's the only human we're going to be interacting with the whole game, so... There. We got our papers. And now let's go get our stuff. Well, the good news is we're not going to be encountering any cliff racers today. The bad news is the ocean has a creature that's a lot like undersea cliff racers, but with the invisibility robe, they won't be bothering us much either. So this is our undersea explorer today. I think he looks cool. I know we're moving slow. We haven't equipped the utilities yet. So we're just going to go underwater and start walking in random directions and see what we find. Fool to walk around like that. We need a weapon just in case. The utilities. It has water breathing, but it doesn't matter because we're Argonian today, so... And there's the robe. And here, let me show you. Alright, so this is what the Argonian looks like when dressed. Obviously, he's no longer invisible because he swung his weapon. Oh, and it looks like the robe clips on Argonians in the back. I mean, I knew the tail would, but it looks like there's some clipping on the chest as well. Interesting, but we won't be in that view for most of the game, so let's get into the water. You know what? Let's go to the top of the stairs and try to dive it. Let's see if we can make a dive. Or are we too far in? No, maybe we might be able to dive it. Let's see. Running jump, can we dive into the water? Kind of, sort of, but not really. Alright, let's get underwater now. And get used to this blue field, because this is what you're going to see for most of tonight. And there's what a slaughterfish looks like. And why is he not attacking? Slaughterfish are supposed to be aggro. I'm confused. Oh well. If the slaughterfish don't attack, we're not even going to worry about the robe. And let's have an idea of where we are in the world. I kind of recall there were some islands with a hidden cave down near Daedra. I'm hoping we're going in the right direction for that. Wow, the slaughterfish are literally broken today. They're not aggroing me at all. And I can't hit the thing. Let me see. Do the bodyguards work down here? They're following me, but they're... Oh, these fish aren't part of the regular game. I must have turned on the undersea mod. Even better, so guess we're gonna have some regular fish to look at as well as slaughterfish tonight. I don't know why the slaughterfish aren't working, and I don't know why the bodyguards aren't attacking the one that aggroed me, so things are clearly bugged in this engine, so... And that slaughterfish will leave me alone now. Oh, what's this? That looks like the bottom of a boat. It's a gondola. Gondolier? We must be getting close to Vivek. Alright, back to the dive. And I just saw a little bit of Castle Ebenhart, because that's next to Vivek as well. I seem to be swimming a lot slower than running. The utility, give me one moment. Alright, that's a little faster now. I must have had running turned off. And now we're moving a little bit better. Let's see, we want a local map. I think that's not going to help me. So, Ebenhart. I want to see if I can't find Castle Ebenhart. Did we just turn ourselves in a circle back to Daedra? I think we did. Because that's the armor shrine right there. That's the armor shrine that I usually start my streams at. And why am I back on land? I said today was totally sea-based. But you know what? We don't have to spend the whole time under the sea. While we approach Ebenhart, because I do want to look at those islands, we can spend a little time enjoying the scenery. Yeah, I'm sure this we found Dory! We found Dory! Okay. And look, let's pearl dive. Alright, where are we in relation? I'll peek my head above water occasionally so I can get a sense for where we are. So we jumped over that bridge. That looks like a nice big Daedric Ruin across from Ebenhart. I think that's part of Tamriel Rebuilt, though. And we're not going into Tamriel Rebuilt waters tonight. There's enough to do in vanilla waters. Although I'd prefer they were chocolate, but... Remind me not to try to make jokes because they all suck. Okay, that one had a pearl. Should we do a pearl count for tonight? Alright. Ebenhart is right there. So there should... So if that was Daedra over here, the islands I'm looking for. This little swamp area here with these big trees might be the islands I was looking for. Or it might not be. And there's no way to zoom the map. We've gone too far. I don't even know what's at these islands. Someone just hinted to me that, hold on one moment. Alright, after I find this cave, we'll proceed with just going in a random direction and going wherever we want. Here's a little boat. Okay. Let's see if I can't get up onto this island over here. Okay, the mud crab's not aggroing me either. Now it is. Alright, so maybe it's because my robe was on that other slaughterfish didn't aggro me. And see, I put my invisibility on and it leaves me alone. Alright, there's Ebenheart. I think. So this looks like a circle of islands. That's a Daedra right there. I never realized, I mean, I knew Vivek and Daedra were pretty close. So I guess I always knew Ebenheart was close. If I have the wolf mode active, it would be somewhere around here as well. That's not one of the islands. I know because, hey, we're on top of... So there's like a little island formation. There's supposed to be a little island formation off the coast of where Ebenheart is. And that's what I'm looking for. Somebody tipped me that we'll find something special there. And since I don't know anything about Morrowind's underseas, I never explored them properly. I kind of want to get there and see what they're talking about. So local. Yeah, I'm not sure this is where I want to be. Wow. There's some serious visual elements with the way the distant land graphics extender draws in vanilla. But hey, the alternative would be having the fog to the point where we can't see 2 feet in front of us. So that would be no good either. Is this the block of islands I want over here where that ship is? Speaking of which, what is that ship doing there? We're really supposed to be underwater, but if we go underwater the whole time, we're gonna miss the scenic view. So what ship is this? And what lighthouse is that? Let's see. No, that's not Evenheart. We've gone entirely. Okay, that's Vivek. So that's Evenheart over there. So we've made our way all the way over to Tamriel Rebuilt. I think that's Fort Ancillus, but I'm not 100% sure. Which would explain the ship we saw out here. Since Fort Ancillus is near Old Evenheart. But let's get back to New Evenheart, which is actually older because it's vanilla and Tamriel Rebuilt is newer. So yeah, Old Evenheart is technically New Evenheart, and Original Evenheart is technically Old Evenheart. Okay, it's a little confusing to get my head around. I'm not going to try and think about it too much. Unless... I think that's Castle Evenheart. Yeah, that's definitely Vivek in the background there. So I think we're finally approaching Castle Evenheart. And we did very little on stream for the past few minutes since we jumped in the water. Because I really have no idea which way I'm going. Now, one thing about OpenMW is that the fish mod doesn't work. Alright, so there's Castle Evenheart. Not to be confused with Old Evenheart, which is over there somewhere. In fact, I think I might see it in the distance. So now it's just a matter of finding the little islands that that person told me about. Alright, that's Old Evenheart over there in the distance. This is Castle Evenheart right here. And Tamriel Rebuilt is pretty close. Does that mean these islands are not accessible? When Tamriel Rebuilt's in play, there's a boat that's moving along. An animated boat. I don't know which mod that is, but that's pretty cool. The boats in this game are usually static. Over here, that's definitely Tamriel Rebuilt right there. But that's a big, huge ruin, and it's built into the cliffside, and I kind of want to see what it is. So yeah, I told you we weren't doing Tamriel Rebuilt today, but let's see what this place is. Now I wish I did get the armor, because if we're actually going to be going into a ruin... Well, I just want to see what this place is. I'm probably not going to actually go in. Is this an underwater entrance over here? Doesn't look to be. Alright, I wasn't going to use flight today, but I wanted to go to the top of this cliff and see what this place is. Okay, so this is a city of Andothrin. This is the city that they want. This is the big city that's planned for the next Tamriel Rebuilt release. So we'll save exploration for that until it's actually populated. But let's turn flight off for a little bit and see if we can find a door here. I really want to know what this place is. Let's just fly around and see if there's a door. There's a walkway, there's a door. But it doesn't actually go anywhere yet, it looks like. So this ruin may not be a thing yet. Yeah. This ruin doesn't have an interior yet. But it's good to know it's here, because of its proximity to Untitled, it may actually be in the next Tamriel Rebuilt release. So, in terms of islands, there's Ebenheart. Alright. Give me a minute. I'm going to go check the map that he sent me. So it's the tip of this. Okay, I think I have an idea where it is. Alright, so there's... Unless Tamriel Rebuilt built over those islands, in which case we have no way of finding the thing. Let's go underwater, because what we're really looking for is a cave entrance of some kind. Ooh, crabs! Some regular crabs! Maryland-style crabs. Slaughterfish that's stuck in the land. Talk about bad clipping. What? No pearls over here? Oh, pearl diving was fun while it lasted, but it doesn't look like there's any pearls out here. Alright, we're gonna do a console cheat to get there, because I want to see this island. Okay, but before we actually explore down here, I kind of want to go to the door and see where we actually came in from. So, I was pretty much right there, except it looks like Tamriel Rebuilt is on top of it now, so... Alright. But we do have a location for the place, at least. And I was pretty close. Any pearls to collect? Nope, not over here. But I am hungry, so let's get a tasty snack. Let's make some sushi. We're making sushi right now. I should mention salmon is another fish from the fish mod that you won't see in regular Morrowind. I'll remind you, I didn't know the fish mod was actually installed, so... Pearl, what's that? Pearlfish? What is a pearlfish? Alright, I don't know what pearlfish are, but I don't want to lose sight of the grotto. You know what? Do they work out here? It doesn't look like my bodyguards work underwater. Did he just regenerate all his health? Alright, I don't know what these pearlfish are. A seahorse. Yeah, that's worth murdering. Seahorse, beautiful, elegant creatures. We'll let this one go. He's still trying to attack me. Alright, let's get into the grotto and do our little exploration down here. So, a grotto is an underwater cave. It looks like down here there's some pearls to grab. But I'm not really here for the pearls. My friend told me that this cave has a secret. More broken slaughterfish. Another pearl. Gotta love anti-drown mode, right? Ooh, I think we found the secret. There's a Dwemer entrance down here. Lost Dwemer checkpoint. Definitely worth a look. A centurion spider. Huh. My head's above water. Do the bodyguards work in here? They do not. Oh, actually, it looks like they killed that one, so they did. We'll take the scrap metal. Alright. Not sure what's going on in this room. Trapped. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and untrap this thing. We disarm the trap. And we're on dry ground for a bit. We found a corpse. Or I should say a skeleton. Not much of the corpse is left. Diamond, emerald. Wow, this is treasure hunting. Emerald, ebony. We didn't even go on a shipwreck yet, and I feel like a pirate. More scrap metal. That emeralds. More scrap metal. And over here, a chest. A dwarven claymore. How's that compare in damage? Let's check this thing out. Wow. That's a nice weapon. I don't know how a teenager is able to lift that, but that's a nice weapon anyway. Looks like we got everything from this room. So let's take a look at the skeleton. Corpse of Pikachu. One of the developers clearly had a sense of humor. Glass bottle. Well, since we're pirates now, may as well. Pikachu's last words. The final words of a dead man being found near his corpse are so very cliché. I never thought I would be in the position of writing one of them, but the opportunity has arisen, and it seemed like the thing to do. The story of my death is very comical indeed. If anyone shall ever find me, I hope I am able to bring them to laughter. For as I lay here dying, I laugh myself. My last breath shall be the exhale of a laugh. My journey across Vivek brought me to this well-camouflaged cavern. Filled with seawater and dangers, the temptation of adventure and riches lured me inside. Happening across this lost Dwemer dwelling was a surprise indeed. I was able to get this far. I climbed into this tower after my confrontation with a Dwemer centurion. The plan was to heal my wounds and continue forth. With excitement and greed overwhelming me, I mistook my bottle of poison for the healing elixir. Now I lay dying. I drank down the contents of my healing potion, but that did not nullify the effects of the poison. I fear my innards are slowly liquefying. I shall be dead within the day, laughing about my recent lack of luck. I have with me the key to a lock I have yet to find. I found the key just inside the main entrance. Perhaps it is the key to the Dwemer riches, for I will never know. If one shall happen across my note, congratulations on making it thus far. And do not drink the rest of the bottle here. It tastes like warbile, but is 10 times deadlier. Pikachu. Okay then. Let's Let's go ahead and take the note as a souvenir. Ah, there's actually a little bit of poison here. Corpse of Pikachu. We'll take his bone meal as well. He's got some Dwemer coins. Dwemer key, bent probe, and a little bit of gold. And while we're here on dry land, I want to see, I want to see a pearlfish. Oh, pearlfish. So all dead fish turn into that. This ugly green fish. Guess all fish turn into the green one when they die. And what do Dwemer coins look like? Because I remember Dwemer coins looking different. Not too much different. Okay. Oh, and here's a book about water life. This must be what that pop-up at the beginning was. This must have something to do with the mod. Let's take a quick look. Water life. These are a few pictures and notes I took during my past travels. I hope this can bring me luck and help me in times of need. So, something about fishing rods. Crab meat, quamacuddle, squib jerky is bait. And the book says I have 0 fishing skill. Interesting. So there's magic in this book? Alright. Many are the inhabitants of the liquid element. Some peaceful, some unpredictable, some aggressive. Resources. So there's a lot, blah, blah, blah. Lost treasures. Pay respect to water, and water will respect you, sometimes rewarding more than we expect. Dolphins. We need to try and find a dolphin before we finish tonight. Sharks. So there's sharks as well. And there's penguins. Sextants. Sailing. Friends. So yeah. And then here's a poem. It keeps eternal whisperings around. Desolate shores, and with its mighty swell, lets twice 10,000 caverns till the spell of old Bethia leaves them their old shadowy sound. Often 'tis in such gentle temper found, that scarcely will the very smallest shell be moved for days from whence it sometime fell, when last the winds of heaven were unbound. O ye who have rolled your eyeballs vexed and tired, feast them upon the wilderness of the sea. O ye whose ears are dimmed with uproar rude, or fed too much with cloying melody, sit ye near some old cavern's mouth and brood, until ye start as if the sea nymphs inquired. And then it looks like a translation code into Daedric text. No idea what we need that for, but we are going to proceed. We've cleared out this room. So supposedly there's another room in here. That's the entrance. We already came from that way. A dwarven spear. Interesting. So, that weapon suits him too. That's cool. But you know what? We're going to stick with the big giant sword. Because cliches. Fortify. That spider's trying to get me. So yeah, it looks like as long as they're not totally submerged, the bodyguards work just fine. Here's the table. There's supposed to be Dwemer key. Why isn't it letting me equip the key? Oh well, let's... Now will it let me equip the key? Is there a bug on the key? Well, punching that's going to do us no good. Yeah, it's not letting me equip the key. How many uses do I have? Oh, we got plenty. We're just going to keep... I want to see what's inside this table. We probably won't need to pick any more locks this stream, so we'll go for it. Wow, I've been doing this 48 minutes. Oh, we've unlocked it already? Okay. So we have a key, another key, and more coins. Here's a chest with nothing in it. Is there nothing in this room? Or I should say nothing else in this room? Oh, hello there. This is called a Napoleon fish. And he's met his Waterloo. Okay, I really should stop with the jokes. So we know that somewhere in this place there's another room that we haven't found yet. Oh, we were already down this way. This was the tower. Okay. So I'm sorry we didn't explore most of the seas, but we did find something really interesting. Is that another path off? Okay. Ah! Central Vault. We found the place. Can we equip this key? No. So it looks like we're doing this again. Disarmed. Lock 2 complex. And yeah, it's not letting me equip. So we're going to console it again. Sorry about that. Wait a minute. Let me see something real quick. They have different faces than I remember. Might be one of the graphics mod that came with the graphics extenders. Not a biggie. They're actually prettier. Scrap metal and a guardian key? Alright. Seriously, give me one moment here. Alright, we missed something. According to what the guy who brought me here said, we were supposed to have found a hidden piece of armor over here in this section. We'll go back to that other room soon. But I want to see this armor that he was talking about. So yeah, there's supposed to be a hidden armor in this outer area. Let's find it and then go back to explore that tower. So yeah, we were in here already. Give me one moment. Because I'm intrigued now. We did clear out this area. Okay, so yeah. There was supposed to have been an armor in this room. Did I pick it up and not even realize I was picking it up? Weapons, clothing. Yep, no armor. A Siamese tigerfish. I'm a little upset now because I can't find the armor that I'm supposed to be finding. I am enjoying this nice giant sword, though. It's overkill for tiny fish like this. Probably useless in my hands against a real enemy, though. Alright, it's unfortunate if I can't find the thing. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that looks like armor parts over here. Yeah, we're abandoning the search. We gotta move on. We've wasted too much time looking for something that clearly isn't here. Could have been given misinformation. People misremember things all the time. Or maybe it's over here. Yeah, no, let's just move on. What's this now? Pink acropora? Oh, I got myself some coral. This gives me an idea, though. What do you say after we go clear out that last room? We abandon the undersea exploration and go explore an even bigger Daedric Ruin for a little while. I've been in here an hour, so... And I really haven't done much except this tiny little grotto. Alright, so we're back in the central vault. And now let's just go around and clean out this room. We have a pitcher. Scrap metal and a diamond. Dwemer pauldrons and a bowl. Let's just see something. Greater gem. Let's take it all. Because we're not looting much else today, clearly. We've squandered too much time. There's no way about it. I squandered too much time with... There's a Dwemer halberd as well. How does this look in my hands? That's nice. But we're gonna stick with the giant sword. Potion of heroism. And then this thing here. There should be a key. Key to the vault. Dwemer Guardian key. It's not letting me equip that one either. So, we disarmed it. I have no idea why the keys down here do not work. Lock too complex. So because the key is bugged, I typed the wrong word. Oh, I didn't actually select the chest. Or closet, I should say. We did pick up some nice loot. What's in here? Dragonbone cuirass. Alright, we'll take that. There's supposed to be... I want to make sure I got everything from in here. Alright. I do want to go down and see if I can't find that piece of armor we couldn't find before, because maybe I just wasn't looking at the shelf at the correct angle. So we're going to take a few minutes and do that. But that Dragonbone cuirass I just picked up, it's one of, if I remember correctly, it's one of the legendary artifacts, one of the 34 or so legendary artifacts described in the Tamrielic lore book. So we're going to do, that's going to have to be a series on the channel, because each one of them is going to take us like a half hour to do. So we're going to have to make a whole series of it. So that's one time, that's the one time I'm going to be running one character for multiple streams. But let me, now that we cleared out that room, let me just make sure that the that there really isn't that armor, that other piece of armor really doesn't exist, because there's supposed to be one here. I saw a YouTube video. So there's definitely supposed to be one in this room. So first staring at the floor. Alright, give me a minute. I want to make sure. Alright, give me a moment. Alright, I'm looking up to see if this piece of armor, because I saw this in a video. All right, give me one moment. I'm looking up to see if okay. I did not encounter a steam sensorion in this area. Give me one moment. All right, yeah. All right, I'm not going to waste too much more time on this. Oof. Yeah. All right. We will look around. We will look around for just a couple minutes more. I really think it would be cool if we could find that piece. Ah, well, we found the hammer, which tells me I didn't thoroughly explore this area before. One hour 10. A good chunk of it was just walking around this one room. But what I didn't look through. Let's get rid of that. It's kind of in the way, I think. Wow, the water effects are kind of... Hello, seahorse. Now the sea. Now, have they come to watch me because I attacked their friend? I found it. I found the armor piece. It was hiding on the top shelf, being a kind of flattish item. So let's put this on. And let's jump up on this little table thing. And I will model my new look for you. Remember, Argonians can't do boots or helmets, but there aren't any down here as far as I know anyway. There's my guy. You can see he's got a Dragonbone cuirass and the greaves, pauldrons, and bracers of the Dwemer. And it looks like a texture replacer is in effect from the graphics enhancer. Because I remember Dwemer armor looking significantly different. Ah, that looks nice. We're not going to worry about the robe unless the slaughterfish start to swarm me again. Because that is nice. I like that look. Okay. And because I have such a nice look, I don't want to end stream, even though we cleared out this hidden ruin. So, there's one area in Tamriel Rebuilt that I want to kind of take a look at, if we can. Alright. Alright, we're going to do something special, and we're... Alright. It's time to engage the flight... Well, let's exit the grotto first, and then engage the flight ring. We're abandoning the undersea exploration, and we're going to do an actual exploration. But I don't want to console if I don't have to, so let's find our way out of the cave. So we ultimately finished with 5 pieces of pearl, because hey, we're not doing the undersea anymore. Let's just see if I can't find my way out of this cave naturally. I'm getting turned around here. A neon tetra. Let's take another souvenir. Oh, we got a barbfish now? Alright. So they don't all turn into pearlfish. I want to see what this barbfish looks like. Seriously, how to get to the exit? The map says the exit is over here. I'm getting all sorts of turned around. Okay, I have an idea of how to get out. A sea call? We'll leave him alone. There it is. We found the exit. And now we engage in the flight ring. And we have to fly over to the Helnham Fields region of Tamriel Rebuilt. Depending on which way to go. No, we're not gonna go the scenic route. We're gonna go as direct as possible. We're also not gonna touch down in Helnham because that city's gonna change soon anyway with the next Tamriel Rebuilt release. By the way, here's Old Ebenheart that I was telling you about. You can see issues with the way Distant Land is spawning. Old Ebenheart is the big Imperial administrative district for Morrowind Mainland Province. There's a cliff racer. Let's steer clear. I don't remember if I remembered to turn recursion off. So if I haven't, getting caught up with the cliff racer is going to ruin our night. So we're looking for the Helnham region, which is up here on Telvanni coast somewhere. And you'll see what I'm looking for when we get there. But I'm actually going to point myself this way because I do see a Dwemer Ruin this way. We're looking for a very specific Dwemer Ruin that's in the general area of Helnham. But I kind of want to take a detour and see that Daedric place. That's right next to it. Okay. Bosthum. So this isn't the Dwemer Ruin we're looking for. But we're going to go ahead and check this one out anyway. We're going to loot some rubies. So yeah, we're done under the sea for today. Okay, I could hit downstairs. I could hit down in the other ruin. Why can't I hit this guy? Oh well, we're not going to waste any more time on this. Yeah, all they had to do was kick the thing, and it fell over. We'll take some more scrap metal. Alright, so we're not going to waste time. Yeah, they punted that thing clear across the room. So we had some scrap metal there, and here we have a diamond and some frost salts. Can I hit this guy? Yes, but I don't do it. Now that I have a cool Dwemer weapon, I kind of don't want to be just... And when we finish clearing out this Dwemer ruin, we'll go next door and look at that Daedric Ruin. But the big place that I was talking about, I think I'll save that for another stream. Apparently that place is a big deal. You know what? This is inefficient. Wait. That Centaurian type isn't in base game. That must be a Tamriel rebuilt creation. The Steam Centaurion I know is... But what's this? An Armor Centaurion. That's new. They have a mace, a shield, and scrap metal. We're not going to bother with the shield. I'm holding a two-handed weapon. But here's what Dwemer's shield looks like. It's pretty cool looking. And we have some more ebony. Here's a Sphere Centaurion and a Spider Centaurion. And I don't feel like wasting much time on these guys. And my bodyguards are working like usual tonight, so it may just be that they were underwater, which was why they weren't working before. So this one has glass and scrap metal. This one has a diamond and more scrap. How many scrap metals am I up to so far? We're getting a lot of nice loot out of here. We got a lot of scrap metal. We got 12 pieces so far. A Dwemer Coherer. Good to know. We may come back for this because I read that the other place I was going to go to will require several of them. We're going to continue our policy of taking everything. That's just a blank paper, not a note. Oh, that's a broken one. Didn't even realize they made inoperable containers of scenery. Diamond and ebony. Alright. That was a nice room. This looks like another nice room. This is all decoration. It's not letting me highlight any of it, so I can't pick it up. Glass and ruby. Centaurion parts. Okay, that was an interesting find. I'm sure there's some kind of Tamara belt quest that these parts go to. I'm getting vibes of going to Disney, because there's a droid workshop with droid parts. I can't, and I've got to logically assume that Centurion parts would be a similar concept, right? Glass and ruby and ebony. A tube. There's something moving back there. A cog and a goblet and a pitcher. There's an NPC back there. Stuck. I hope Tamara Built knows about this guy. Dwarven Spectre. Stuck. I'm gonna leave him in his trap. He's probably bad news if he was to get free, so let's just leave him. Diamond and scrap metal. There's an emerald, ruby, and scrap metal. 2 diamonds. Alright, I think we got everything here. Now we've got a few doors to go through. More scrap metal. So yeah. It can be a fun time to speculate what the Dwemer used these various rooms for. They disappeared so long ago. And the robots are still running. I mean, this is... In game lore, they've been gone for a couple thousand years. How are the robots still running? What kind of insane, overpowered battery tech do the Dwemer have that the robots are still functioning? This door is locked, so we need to get through it. There's another look at my guy. Oh. You know what? Efficiency right now. What? So he has a dagger and a shield. We're now building. Alright, so here's a broadsword. Alright, that sword is closer to my size, but also not as epic. But does that mean we can do this? Yes, that does mean we can do that. Alright, this is my new look. Or as they say in Star Wars, this is the way. Continue to loot everything. So there's a ruby. There's an emerald and an ebony. Here's an extra bracer. Scrap metal. More scrap metal. More scrap metal. More scrap metal. Scrap metal and ebony. And more scrap metal. We're building up quite the collection of scrap metal, aren't we? What are we up to? 26. But you know what we need to do? We need to get inside these 3 chests. Too complex? I can fix that. And I need to go into my cheat utilities and find out why my chest does not... Why my pick... My pick is supposed to be like the master class can unlock any pick. Can unlock anything, but it's not. So I need to find out why. An extra claymore, a cuirass, a coin, and a cylinder. Before I continue, I just want to show you the difference. So here's what this standard cuirass looks like. But again, this is with a texture replacer. I actually like this set a bit better than the vanilla set, so I'm okay with that. But we're going to keep the legendary cuirass that we discovered before. I think it's a nice contrast. And so, yeah. For a change of scenery, we are going to go to that Daedric Ruin after I finish in here. So here we have a spear, a coin, and a pitcher. And with that, that clears out everything in this room. A Jinx sword. Interesting. Cast paralysis on strike. Is there a charge limit? 300. I might try that out later. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Where haven't we yet been? I'm trying to retrace my steps. There's a closed door. Wait, scrap metal? Fire salts and scrap metal. Who's that guy? Ah, it's Dwarven Spectre. Tamara rebuilt, got good. Okay. And he leaves behind ectoplasm. Oh. Alright. Strange device. Let's just run through and make sure nothing else is going to creep up on me. Alright, we'll loot this room and then move on. Ooh, this might... Alright, somebody had dinner in here. A dwarven staff, a dwarven long spear, and a dwarven spear. Alright, I gotta see. Long spear, I think, is new to Tamriel rebuilt. Okay, that's a nice look. Alright. And there's a staff, too. What's the fishing rod look like in my hands? Of course. We didn't look at the dagger before. There it is. And the mace we didn't look at before. That's nice. And then the staff. Okay, that's cool. But we're going to stick with our, that guy. Alright. Another cohere. Altered Dwemer Centurion plans. There's a tube and a cog. Let us... Okay. So it's not actually readable. They didn't put contents on that one. Emerald and ruby. More Centurion parts. Yeah, we'll be building our own Centurions, I guess, at some point. Alright. Alright, so we're back where we started. So let's see what's going on over here on this side real quick. Ah, storage. Remember, I have a lot of uses of this lockpick, so we're just going to sit here until we get it open. And remember, there's one other tower we have to look at in here. Alright, come on, you can open anytime now. This is taking too long. Sorry about that. But there's a limit to how much long I'm willing to stand at a door. Alright, there's a lot of storage containers up here. Scrap metal. More scrap metal. Scrap metal. A cog. Another cog. Scrap greaves. Another claymore and a cylinder. What's a scrap greave, though? Oh, that's a nice look. But you know what? I think the other one fits a little bit better. It was worth a look, though. The spider had nothing. The Centurion has a war axe, a tower shield, and scrap metal. So let's just take a look here. Oh, that's nice. We're keeping that shield. And here's what the war axe looks like. Now let's just... There's a lot of kegs to look at here. Emerald and scrap metal, and we just picked up the cog that was on top of that barrel. So diamond and ruby. There's ash salt, scrap metal, fire salts, another cog, frost salts. Alright. So I think we got everything out of this room. Now let's go across to the other tower, and then we'll go next door to the Daedric Ruin. Same deal as before. I'm going to try and unlock it first. I'm assuming this will be another storage room like the other one was. Alright. Still taking too long. There's another one of those ghost things. The Dwarven Staff of Fire. That's nice. He had ectoplasm on him. Glass and metal. A warhammer. Let's check this thing out. Okay, that's nice. But still going back to our look. I think that was scrap metal. We're going to take the emerald. We're going to take ruby and scrap metal here. More scrap metal. Frost salts and scrap metal. A cog. Ruby and scrap metal. Scrap metal. And more scrap metal. Take these. Alright, we've cleared out that room. So look at all this loot we've got going on here. Lots of Dwemer stuff we've taken out of the stuff. So what's our scrap metal count? 44. Wow, okay. We got some nice other things as well. Alright. We've cleared out this room. I think we've cleared out this ruin. So let's go ahead and go next door. So yeah, sorry we didn't really explore under the sea. I'll take a rain check on that. We'll definitely do that in the future. I do want to see what's in Morrowind's seas. So we'll use the flight ring. It also looks like it's going to rain, which is interesting because it's raining here in real life. So if I remember, we saw a Daedric Ruin when flying. Yep, there it is. And already I'm being assaulted. Oh, this guy. Are there cultists swarming this ruin? Screw that. This is taking way too long. The important thing is I tried. What's he got going on? Silver, steel. He's got a steel set, some clothes, and a single piece of gold. Why is he naked? He's got a Daedra heart. We'll take that. Is this one of those ruins with multiple entrances? Or... No, I thought I saw... Let's just go through the door I saw up there and hope it's the main door. Let me try something here. So this paralysis effect really does, on this weapon, really does work. He doesn't even have a heart to give me, though. Wow, I used up all its charge? Yeah. Oh, I cried. Okay, what's this guy now? Is that a flame Atronak, maybe? And I'm actually hitting him. All those nice weapons we looted seem to have been worth it. The only reason I'm keeping this fight going on my own... Did he disappear? Something's shooting at me. Maybe that was his fire effect. But he disappeared and he wasn't... His health wasn't out yet. I feel robbed. Oh well. No more distractions. Let's go inside. Althada Pilu? These ruins, the Dwemer and Daedric Ruins, always have such weird and hard to pronounce names. Like somebody randomly mashed keys on a keyboard or something. But this is a nice change of scenery. Okay, this looks like a nice big one. There's a cultist. You know what? Screw this. All of this is taking way too long. She's still shooting at me. Did she see me put the robe on or something? Okay. Let's try this again. So this is what my look looks like with the robe and while invisible. As you can see, only the pauldrons show up. She can see through my invisibility? Fine! You want to play tough? This will be your last show. Not so tough, are you? What she got? A bone mold bow, an arrow, chitin cuirass, some common clothes, and Telvanni bug musk, that could be a thing, and a potion. So this ruin isn't nearly as big or extensive as the Dwemer ruin, it looks like. Although there's that whole section down there. So it might be. Let's see if we can figure out how to get down there. Which starts with us first finding the way we came into this room. So if this goes straight up to the door, then I would assume this path downwards goes into that area. There's a locked door here. And it's a very high lock level. There's no point even trying the pick. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, they stopped aggroing me. They stopped aggroing me and went back into their area. But if I want to loot this area, I'm going to have to get rid of them. Well, boy, they got a lot going on in here. We're going to do this the easy way. He's got a steel fire sword, and almost a full set of steel, and a spoiled potion. Last rites, which is an axe, a platter, amethyst, sapphire, and here's a missing item indicator. He's got a silver short blade and parts of a chitin set and salt rice. Is someone still shooting at me? Yeah. A cultist who has a Daedric helmet. Oh, not a cultist, a Dremora lord. Let's take his heart. So yeah, I can't, it won't let me get to that bowl. I don't think I can loot it. But there's this big shelf here with a lot. Etiquette with rulers. By Aristera Ligon. Because the rules are so complex and the stakes are so high, many people blanch at the thought of speaking with a noble with a title. For starters, it is important to address them correctly, for just as no one likes to be misnamed, no one likes to be mistitled. The problem is that in High Rock, traditions of the peerage differ slightly from region to region. The base rules follow. There are 8 kingdoms in High Rock in the following regions: North Point, Daggerfall, Shornhelm, Camlorn, Farron, Evermore, Wayrest, and Johanna. If a woman is ruling one of these areas, she is called the queen. The husband of a queen and the wife of a king is not necessarily of equal rank. They may not be kings and queens themselves. Their children are princesses and princesses. Their grandchildren are also princes and princesses. If a male ruler dies, his wife takes the title Dowager Queen, providing there's not a Dowager Queen already. Like all rules, there are exceptions. One noted exception took place recently in Daggerfall when King Lysandus died. In most regions, his wife, Mynasera, would not have become Dowager Queen of Daggerfall because Lysandus' mother, the widow Nilfgaard, still lived. In Daggerfall, however, it is permissible for there to be two persons with the same title. Thus, both Nilfgaard and Mynasera have the title Dowager Queen. If a female ruler who does not share rank with her husband dies, there is no male equivalent to the word dowager. Widowers of queens usually take another title, either a lesser family title or one given by their children. There have been a few men in the history of High Rock who have fallen from being addressed as king to being addressed as Mr. at the death of their wife. Other regions are ruled by dukes and duchesses, marquises or marquesses, and marquises or marchionesses, counts and countesses, viscounts and viscountesses, barons or baronesses, and lords or ladies. This list is theoretically listed from highest to lowest rank, but the ruler of a territory outranks all other nobles regardless of title. Dwynnen, for example, is a barony, and the baron or baroness of Dwynnen outrank any other noble in that territory, even dukes and counts. In theory, again, this may not be the case according to local custom, the eldest son or daughter of a noble takes their parents' highest family title below their parents. Thus, the Duke of Northmoor, who is also the Marquise of Caldor, had a daughter who became the Marchioness of Caldor. Kings and queens are always addressed as Your Majesty in conversation. Dukes and duchesses, Your Grace. All other rulers may be addressed with their title and name or Lord and Lady in their name. A few hints may be needed to determine exactly who rules a territory. You may rely on people on the streets to make reference to their ruler, but that may not be enough. After all, if the gossip involved Lord Beamish and Viscountess Bird, neither or both could be the ruler of the territory. I have found that a more predictable method is to pay some attention to the names of taverns and shops in a region. By tradition, many of these are called the Duke's Fox or the Lady's Provisions. This, more often than not, is the name of the ruler. If the shop's name is Lady Anisa's Provisions or Lord Boxworth's Fox, that is probably the name of a local titled merchant, not the ruler. A store with an unnamed ruler's title has probably been around for some time and does not bother to change its name with the new name of the ruler. In speaking with any person, a ruler or not, it is best to know what sort of a person they are first. Rulers tend to stand on ceremony and prefer that people addressing them speak politely and deferentially. There are, of course, exceptions to this, particularly among younger rulers or rulers new to their positions. They may prefer a bolder, slangy style. If you are unsure of your ability to adopt the vocabulary of either an aristocrat or a criminal, choose to speak as plainly and directly as possible. You will seldom charm someone by plain talk, but you also not alienate by mangled politesse or dated slang. Alienating a ruler, I need not tell you, can be the last mistake one can make. So, etiquette with rulers, we'll loot that. A noble's best tricks. How long is this one? Not too long. A noble's best tricks. Sir Dorthan Moros. The first trick all nobles must know is to go to bed early. You could stay up late, but the haze of sleep would ruin anything you did from that point on. It's better to do no work, I always say, than bad work. The second trick nobles have to know is to rise early as well. You've already slept and now it's a new day. Nothing can stop you from working or playing. The third trick is a little family secret of mine. Every morning, have a little glass of grief, but then, this is the secret, mix a small dash of moon sugar in with a beverage. That kicks you out of your morning grog and everything seems fresh and new. The fourth is a weekly bath. This may seem excessive, but in reality, people are much kinder to nobles who have bathed recently. Deals are much easier to make, and ladies never say no to a man without dirt on his back. A weekly bath, try daily. The fifth trick is to buy low and sell high. While this is truly common sense, in practice, it is more difficult to accomplish. All merchants have the same idea, but what you must do is push, push, push. Why should they take your money when you can just persuade them to give theirs to you? Don't be ashamed to use your status to get a good deal, for that's why you earned it in the first place. Trick number 6 is to greet people in higher positions than you with an exuberant "good day." It's always wise to have friends in high places, and with their help, you may one day achieve a higher position than them. The 7th trick is expensive, but extremely useful and invaluable. You should go to your local guild of mages and have them brew you a potion that makes it easier to influence others with your natural charm. There are many social and professional situations where you can tip the balance of the conversation your way by quaffing a potion before entering it. Telvanni bug musk works as well, though sometimes may be more expensive than the potion. We got a Telvanni bug musk earlier. We can use this trick. The 8th is simply a shallow way of increasing status. Keep at least 100 gold in a pouch with you at all times and walk so it jangles. An unpleasant Nord once tried to ask me a question, but I jingled my gold at him and he shied away. It can work for you too. Trick number 9 is to put a bit of marshmallow oil in your hair to smooth it. Many a lass and nobleman have been awed by this prime little feat when I performed it, and it most likely will work for you as well. For who wants their hair strewn haphazardly around their head? The 10th and final trick is to learn the secret of winking. This trick is the most important because it endears all the recipients of the wink to you immediately. The cause of this is unknown, but believe me, it works. Hopefully these 10 tricks for nobles will work as well for you as they have for me. Good day and a very good bye. Alright, and there's one more book here. The Posting of the Hunt. How long is this one? 8 pages. I'll take a break from reading because I'm doing a full-length reading stream this week. I need to save my breath for that. And we'll take all this kitchenware they've got here. Scroll of Tremisa's Spellmire. Amulet of Shield. Some more kitchenware. Heart Wall. How's this look on me? Well, that actually matches the armor. I like that. What's this? What's the effect on it? Resist magic. But it's cast when used. Still looks good. And the spell glow is a nice effect. So there's my current look. Alright, let's keep looting. Extravagant robe. Extravagant pants. Expensive shirt. A belt. Bone mold helm. And a grove love pauldron. Interesting assortment of stuff over here. There's a locked chest. We'll steal the pillow. So yeah, that's... Once we get the chest, we've gotten everything in this room. But you know what? That robe was nice, but seeing as they were continuing to see me anyway... That's a nice robe. But let's take a look at this other robe real quick that we got. It doesn't really go with the pauldrons, but that's the robe I'm wearing for the rest of stream. That's only a level 10 lock. I should be able to pick it. Alright. We got in. So let's... A clay pot. That's all? Oh well. Alright, we got the side room. So now let's go down here. And go further into the ruin. This must be the main chamber over here. And there's some bad guys. Let's run around and make sure we get everybody's attention. And now we are going to bring in the bodyguards. We've only done one set, but we have multiple enemies right now, so I'm bringing in a double. So the hunger has a heart. I think that's all. I think that's everybody. This guy has a robe, shoes, single piece of gold. Here we have a silver shard blade, pants, shirt, and Cyrodiilic Whiskey Flynn. This guy's got 2 chitin daggers, a shirt, and a scroll of Figgy's gem feeder. We got a soul gem to use that with, but we're not going to get to actually using it on this stream. Okay, scroll of Ilnia's breath. There's 5 books here. The Book of Daedra. How long is this one? Oh, these are about the interesting Daedric gods, so we should take a look at this book. The Book of Daedra. These are excerpts from this lengthy tome describing the nature of each of the Daedra. Azura, whose sphere is dusk and dawn, the magic in between realms of twilight, known as Moonshadow, Mother of the Rose, and Queen of the Night Sky. Bothea, whose sphere is deceit and conspiracy, and the secret plots of murder, assassination, treason, and unlawful overthrow of authority. And the Dunmer consider him one of the good Daedra. I hate to read about the bad Daedra. Clavicus Vile, whose sphere is the granting of power and wishes through ritual invocations and pact. Hermaeus Mora, whose sphere is the scrying of the tides of fate, of the past and future, as read in the stars and heavens, and whose dominion are the treasures of knowledge and memory. Hircin, whose sphere is the hunt, the sport of Daedra, the great game, the chase, known as the huntsman, and the father of man-beasts. Malakath, whose sphere is the patronage of the spurned and ostracized, the keeper of the sworn oath and the bloody curse. Marunas Dagon, whose sphere is destruction, change, revolution, energy, and ambition. Mephala, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, known by the names web spinner, spinner, and spider, whose only consistent theme seems to be interference in the affairs of mortals for her amusement. Meridia, whose sphere is obscured to mortals, who is associated with the energies of living things. Molag Bal, whose sphere is the domination and enslavement of mortals, whose desire is to harvest the souls of mortals, and to bring mortal souls within his sway by spreading seeds of strife and discord in the mortal realms. Namira, whose sphere is the ancient darkness, known as the Spirit Daedra, ruler of sundry dark and shadowy spirits, associated with spiders, insects, slugs, and other repulsive creatures which inspire mortals with an instinctive revulsion. Nocturnal, whose sphere is the night and darkness, who is known as the Night Mistress. Periite, whose sphere is the ordering of the lowest orders of oblivion, known as the Taskmaster. Sanguine, whose sphere is hedonistic revelry and debauchery, and passionate indulgences of darker natures. We actually did a quest relating to Sanguine on a previous stream. You can look for it in the YouTube playlist. Shigarath, whose sphere is madness, and whose motives are unknowable. Vvardenfell, whose sphere is the realm of dreams and nightmares, and from whose realm issues forth evil omens. Especially marked for special interests under the heading Malakath, you find a reference to Scourge, blessed by Malakath and dedicated to the use of mortals. In short, the reference suggests that any Daedra attempting to invoke the weapon's powers will be expelled into the void streams of oblivion. Of the legendary artifacts of the Daedra, many are well known, like Azura's Star and Shagarath's Webbajack. Others are less well known, like Scourge, Makan's Hammer, Bane of Daedra. Yet, though Malakath blessed Scourge to be potent against his Daedric kin, he thought not that it should fall into Daedric hands, than to serve as a tool for private war among cative and forsaken. Thus did Malakath curse the device such that, should any dark kin seek to invoke its powers, that a void should open and swallow that Daedra, and purge him into oblivion's void streams, from thence to pathfind back to the real and unreal worlds in the full order of time. King Edward, Part 10. How long is this one? Yeah, no way we're reading this one. The Waters of Oblivion. How long? Just the 2 pages? Okay, Waters of Oblivion. 120 numbered ages in the void. That fated folk had grown deep-schooled in evil. Then the bright gods resolved to punish those faithless spirits, and shatter the unruly catives, those huge unholy scathers, loathsome to the light. They repented exceedingly that they had gazed upon oblivion, and seen there the first of dark kin, and welcomed them as brothers and sisters. The principalities of victory beheld how great was the wickedness of the wayward spirits, and saw that they were bold in sin and full of wiles. They resolved then to chasten the tribes of Daedra, and smite darkkind with hammer in hand. But ever shall darkness contest the light, and great were the powers that breathed the void and laid waste upon one another, and no oath might bind them, so deep were they in envy and perfidy. For once the portals are opened, who shall shut them upon the rising tide? The Water-Getting Girl, Part 1. Definitely too long to read. The Warrior's Charge. I got knowledge. Okay, pop-up, go away. Oh, this is a short book. The Warrior's Charge, an old poem of the Red Guards. And the star-song far-flung tales, wreathed in the silver of Yokuta fair. Okay, and the star-song far-flung tales, wreathed in the silver of Yokuta fair, of a warrior who, arrayed in fur sails, his charges through the serpent's snare. And the Lord of Runes, so bored so soon, leaves the ship for an evening's dare, perchance to wake the coiled snake, to take its shirt of scales to wear. And the lady cast, who every beast, asleep or a prowl, can rouse a scare, screams as her eye, a light in the sky, a warn no goodly sight can bear. And the mailed steed adjoins the deed, not to be undone from his worthy share, rides the night toward scale bright, leaving the seasoned warrior's care. Then the serpent rose, and made stead to close, the targets lay plain and there, but the warrior's blade the snake unmade, and the charges wandered no more, they swear. Alright, that was a nice assortment of books. What else is going on here? Heather, Alembic, Stoneflower, Mortar and Pestle, Retort, Silence Ordinary, more potions, lots of potions here. Alright. This hunger also had a heart. that we forgot to loot earlier? I want to go around the borders, so the edges of the room first, and make sure we got everything. Scroll of the second barrier. And how long have we been going? 222. Yeah, I think we're going to call it after we finish looting out this chamber. Anything going on up here? Decorative plate, amber, ring of fireball, emerald, and Bothia's walking stick. Okay. You know what? I'm going to try and take this one on my own. Famous last words, right? Screw that. No last words today. Wait, the shield's still... Okay, the shield stopped. He had a Dwarven Halberd and a Daedra Heart. So now, because we're about to end stream, there's that one book we looted. Let's go ahead and read that book about hunting. The posting of the hunt. The writing in this book appears to be a hasty transcription, perhaps from dictation, or copied from a longer work. The posting of the hunt. Let no man say before a witness that the hunt has not been called, nor the rites declared, or the ancient offices observed. The ritual of the innocent quarry, also called the wild hunt, is an ancient rite drawing the magical energy from the powerful magica stream that engulfs this realm. The creators and times of the rituals are long forgotten, but followed properly, the rite brings great power and prestige to the huntsman. The ritual pits the all-powerful huntsman and the greater and lesser dogs against the pitiful and doomed innocent quarry, called by tradition the hare, after the mortal creature of human hunts. At once, the huntsman is transported by the exquisite thrill and glory of his might and dominion over his helpless prey, and at the same time touched by the tragic, noble, and ultimately futile plight of the innocent quarry. In the highest aesthetic realization of the ritual, the ecstatic rapture of the kill is balanced by the huntsman's identification with sadness and despair of the innocent quarry. As in pieces the body of the innocent hare is torn, the huntsman reflects on the tragic imbalances of power and the cruel injustices of the world. As the hunt begins, the lesser dogs assemble before the green crystal reflections of the chapel of the innocent quarry. Inside the chapel, the huntsman, the greater dogs, and the master of the hunt perform the rites that initiate and sanctify the huntsman, the hunt, and the innocent quarry. Then the huntsman emerges from the chapel, displays the spear of bitter mercy, and recites the offices of the hunt. The offices explains the laws and conditions of the 4 stages of the hunt: the drag, the chase, the call, and the view to the kill. Stage 1, the drag, in which the lesser dogs drag the ground to flush out the hare. Stage 2, the chase, in which the greater hounds drive the hare before them. Stage 3, the call, in which the greater hounds trap the hare and summon the huntsman for the kill. Stage 4, the view, in which the huntsman makes the kill with the ritual spear of bitter mercy, and calls upon the master of the hunt to view the kill by ringing the town bill. the town bell. The master of the hunt then bestows the bounty upon the huntsman bold, who has wielded the spear of bitter mercy in the kill. The master of the hunt also calls upon the huntsman bold to name the next hare for the next hunt, though the huntsman bold himself may not participate in the next hunt. The offices of the hunt, which the huntsman, master, and hounds are solemnly sworn to honor, detail the practices and conditions of the hunt. These practices and conditions, also known as the law, strictly define all details of the hunt, such as how many hounds of each sort may participate, how the spear of bitter mercy may be wielded, and so forth. In addition, the law states that the hare must have a genuine chance to escape the hunt, no matter how slim. In practice, this condition has been defined as the availability of 6 keys, which, if gathered together in the temple of Daedric rites, permit the hare to teleport away from the hunt and so elude the huntsman and his spear. It is inconceivable, of course, that the hare might actually discover the keys and escape, but the forms must be observed, and tampering with the keys or cheating the hare of a genuine chance of finding or using the keys is a shameful and unforgivable betrayal of the law of the hunt. The ritual of the hunt grants the huntsman protection from all forms of attack, including mortal and immortal weapons and sorceries of all schools. Huntsmen are cautioned, however, that the ritual does not protect the huntsman from the potent energies of his own sphere, and cautions against reckless wielding of the sphere in close melee, darkness, or other dangerous circumstances, for a single touch of the spear of bitter mercy means instant and certain death for innocent hare or fellow huntsmen alike. The right to name a wild hunt is a grand and grave right indeed, as all but the high Daedra lords are vulnerable to the potent sorceries of the spear of bitter mercy. The spear itself is therefore a terrible weapon, and it is forbidden to remove it from the grounds of the ritual hunt. Alright, and there was also that weapon we just picked up from the altar. The Bothea's walking stick. That's an interesting weapon. Alright. And there we will leave stream. Let me set up the raid. Let's see. I've been going exactly 2.5 hours. Let's set up the raid. Alright, who's on? A lot of people are on tonight. Wow. 10 of the musicians I follow are online right now. So, let's go with the one who it's been longest since I've seen. We're going to raid Laura Wiley tonight. You'll enjoy her show. Have a good night. I'll definitely be back. I'll probably be doing tomorrow we'll probably be taking a look at Morrowind's literature. So yeah, tomorrow we'll take a look at Morrowind's literature. And I definitely want to come back at some point and do a proper undersea exploration stream. Maybe next week, maybe after May Celebration, we'll see. Because we've only got like 2 weeks left for May Celebration. So I want to get in the rest of the specials I've planned. So go enjoy Laura Wiley's music. Have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Go enjoy Laura. and I'll see you soon. Oof, we raided into a break screen. That's okay. Have a good night.